You guys, anytime you've ever challenged yourself versus kind of halfway done something, have you always felt better?
Oh, yeah. Challenging yourself feels so much better, more than just slacking in it, because you know you can do better.
Right, because another family rule that we have in here is that however you do one thing is how you do everything.
Hello everyone, we are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world. Okay, everybody, we're back. This is our part 3 of the first day of sports. Well, the tournament for the girls, the twins, and then today was cross country. But you know, just to real quick, Abby, come here for 1 second. And we're all sitting in my office right now. What were you just telling me about some of the highlights from the golf day today?
Well, one of my favorite parts was that I got to meet the dog. There's a dog there, and I love animals. I love animals, and dogs are my favorite animal.
So who had a dog there?
It was just at the golf place.
Was it anybody's dog, or was it just a stray?
It was just a dog that stays at the golf place and it's somebody's.
But gets to golf for free.
Yeah.
He just gets to golf for free. He's a golf dog.
Why is there always a dog at a golf course, by the way?
I don't know, and it's always a collie, like a type of dog. It's always a specific type of dog.
Were you late for any of your holes because you're messing with the dog?
No, thankfully.
It's amazing that you weren't. And what else happened?
And also, it was really cute. I was done, and it was a long day of golf. And Mom and Hunter had come, our little 4-year-old sister, and she comes up and says, Abby, and gives me a huge big hug.
When she first saw you, she ran down the stairs.
Yeah, I had just finished doing the stuff, and I was tired from all of it. And I was just a little frustrated from my score, but also proud of myself. And Hunter just made me so proud of myself, you know?
It's one of those things that literally she was looking at her big sister in awe. And I'm just thinking to myself, someday in literally 10 years, Hunter will be on her, first, golf team. And here will be Abby, who at the time will then be 24 years old.
Jeez.
And she'll probably be there, Hunter, good job. And she'll just be so happy to have her sister there to support her.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, we got some more people in here that are
going to share. Oh, who are we interviewing now? Are we interviewing more people?
Oh, man.
Oh, it's getting real.
D-Wagon. Drucy, man. Tell everybody hello.
Hi.
Oh, we're doing a quick video, Mom.
Oh, yeah, who's all in the studio?
Yeah, oh, we have Chrissy Lou over here.
Hi.
And then who's over here making sure dog goes well? Yay.
So today you guys had your first, so just to back up a little bit, as we've been settling in here to our home in Idaho, we found the local sports place. We went up last week to a information day for the local middle school. Chrissy's currently entering 8th grade. Drews is entering 6th grade right now. Ellie's entering 5th grade. Kind of ornery about it because there's no 5th grade sport. She said we need to put a mustache on her and try to get her to look older.
A strawberry mustache around here. No, thank you.
Well, it's kind of like Ellie when we come here real quick. When we were all really into going to Six Flags in Illinois, but you kept missing out on the rides because you were an inch and a half short. What'd we do?
We put napkins in my shoes.
In the bottom of your heel, right?
Yeah.
And we taught you how to stretch your neck a little bit.
Disclaimer, we don't suggest you do it. We are not responsible.
But you had to walk for a mile with almost like you're in high heels, didn't you? Because you had so much toilet paper in the back of under your heel, correct?
Yeah.
But did you get on the ride?
Yeah, I did. And after I got 3 rides done, I finally got a wristband that said I was 54 inches, so then I could go on any ride I wanted to.
Without high heels on.
And you could take your toilet paper out of your shoes.
Yeah.
Because your ankles were hurting.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But anyways, what sports do you want to play in the future?
I want want to play cross country.
You want to do cross country now, huh?
And eventually I want to do golf.
And you want to do golf. And probably what else?
Tennis.
And anything else?
Well, this year I'm going to play volleyball.
Jeez, anything else?
I don't know.
You're kind of like your brother. Anything with a ball involved, right?
Yeah.
You want to do it. And apparently running too. So, okay. So last week we were looking into sports, and they don't have basketball yet until 7th and 8th grade at the school. So we were looking for something here in the fall, and what came up, Drusy?
Well,
Cross country for
yeah,
me.
and let's just back up. So Drews was like, well, I'm for sure doing something. Like, he just was not gonna not do a sport. So
keep in mind, Drews has like a motor, like nobody's business. The dude never gets tired. I mean, I'll actually intentionally try to wear him out. Remember we were in our Florida home, and we'd be up at the clubhouse, and I'd be like, I don't know, I'd make a joke that if you didn't do something, you had to run home. And Drews would be like, I'll run home. Now, keep in mind, it's a little over a mile, right? And we've been playing all day, and it's hot out. And sure enough, we're like, okay, well, let's give him a try. And I remember the one time it was Tomato. You said, I'll do it too, because, Drew was doing it. But I think you were in like flip-flops or Crocs or something.
Once I wore Crocs and my feet got blistered from
Okay.
it.
And so, but then Drew just gets in. He's kind of running like 3-4 speed, and I'm riding the golf cart. He was going pretty fast. Do you remember?
Going like 9 miles an hour.
Yeah, like it's pretty good pace, and he never slowed down or let up. And even when we pulled in the garage, I mean, he wasn't even hardly breathing hard. So I'm like, okay, this trying to wear you out thing isn't really working very well. So,
so here,
Mile and a half.
yeah, so here we are. The girls had tried out for the golf team. They made it, and Drew takes upon himself. He's like, no, I'm going to go up and see what they got for me on the school website for the middle school. And I'm like, okay. And so he does, and there's about 4 sports to choose from for 5th graders in our area at the middle school, I should say. And so he's like, okay, well, hey, Dad, there's some sports night coming up on like 2 days. Will you go with me? And Greg's like, yeah, actually, let's go find out about the sports for middle school. Maybe there's something we're missing about basketball or something.
Yeah.
And you get there and you learn all about it. And all of a sudden I get this voice message after I finished up at the high school with their sports night. And what did you tell me, Greg?
like Drew signed up for cross country. And Jack's like, what's cross country?
Well, no, I know what cross country is.
That's where they run a lot, but not on a road. Like,
No, I know what cross country is. I'm just like, wait, who signed up for cross country? And you're like, Drews wants to do it. And I'm like, okay, what? Throw that in the schedule. You know what I mean? And I'm like, is that connected with basketball for him? Because that's all he cares about most of the time. And so sure enough, Drews did all the research, started figuring out how he could be on the cross country team when, the first meet and practices and all that stuff were going on.
got himself some bright yellow shoes because he's got that sanguine personality we'll talk about in the near future.
Yeah. And so we said, let's do this thing. So we went and picked him out.
And I think socks with stars on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, more bright the better for Drews. And what's cool is that we went to the store to buy you some shoes yesterday. And of course, there's like, I don't know, 10 different ones to choose from. And the guy's like, what color do you like? Because then we can, and Drew picks out the one that's like fluorescent yellow. He's like, these are them. I can already tell. But sure enough, we're kind of sitting around at home and he's excited about trying cross country. And Greg was like, all right, well, Chrissy, what do you want to do? And she's like, I don't know. I'm just really excited about doing golf next year. I really just want to do golf. And he's like, great. You want to do cross country? And what was your first response?
At first, I was like, I'll see about that because I personally haven't really liked running a whole bunch. But I'm like, well, it'll be productive. I'll get in shape. I'll be in running shape. I'll be ready for golf next year. So eventually I was like, there's a lot of pros more than cons. So I'll do it. So today was our first day and it was so fun. And we had an early practices at 7:15.
No,
and
7:15 what? A.M.
A.M.
A.m. We were there.
And
So we were joking before they got into cross country how the girls were going to be in golf and there's going to be an 8 a.m. tournament. We got to get there by 7:15, so I got to leave at like 6:45 and get up at 6:15. And you and I were kind of laughably joking about it, like, you got this one, Dad. Remember?
Yeah.
And we kind of argued
Yeah.
about it, and finally I'm like, fine, I'll do it. and then I say cross country's coming up, and they got to be there at 7:15 a.m. the same day.
Yeah.
So you're up, Mom. I can't
Yeah.
be in two places at once.
True. I'm excited for you to go tomorrow and see what it's all about, though. It's going to be good for you. They got to be there at 7:15. And so we get there.
Actually, you're the cross country person.
No, that is a
you're
lie.
you're way more experienced than I am.
You
know
better
it.
be joking, because you're the one that said you were going to take it over.
I don't even know where to go,
Now
so-
I don't either. Ask Drews. Ask Drews.
No, I don't need to.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
either.
sleep in.
No. You said you do it.
Did not.
That
All right.
is a
Take it
lot.
offline already. Jeez. Anyways, Chrissy, you were saying?
I was saying how it's really fun, and at first we were nervous because there was like 30 kids there that we didn't know because we just moved here. First time at the middle school, we actually didn't even know where we were going. So we all figured it out. Okay, we were there early, like one of the first 5 people there.
Yeah.
And then I glance over and I see somebody that I recognize. I'm like, is that our neighbor? And it turns out to be our neighbor that's just 2 doors down. And then I got to see her, and then she introduced me to 2 other girls. So, I met 3 people in the first 10 minutes. So it worked out great.
I love this. Such a girl versus boy thing. Chrissy comes home. She's like, yeah, I made 3 friends. It was awesome. Drew, did you make any friends today?
No.
He was focusing on beating everybody.
You didn't even pay attention. You're like, where's the starting line and where's the finish line?
Yeah.
Right. So how did it go for you, Drews?
It went amazing. So we had to do a mile in 0.25 for our run today, and I pretty much sprinted the whole way to beat everybody, and I beat everybody, and it was amazing.
So your first day of cross country ever. You got people that have been doing this at least 1 or 2 years, right? Most people are older than you, probably a little bit taller than you, a little bit longer legs than you, and you just went out there and turned it on and just passed everybody. Is that what you did?
Yeah, one of the guys were as tall as my mom. It was crazy.
And what did he tell you?
And he was like, "You got some guts."
Yes, you do.
Yeah, even the coach came up to me, you guys, didn't
Oh,
he?
yeah, the coach met us, and she was like, you caught up with all the big kids, Drews.
And Drews was like, what big kids?
Yeah.
I didn't even see any.
Those people back there? Oh, yeah.
Well, I called Greg after, they came in from the run, which was awesome. Drew said, well, I saw them all coming, of course, because I saw Drew a mile away because of his bright yellow shoes. And here comes Drew sprinting down the street to beat everybody. And I was joking with Greg that, typically I've seen cross country kind of like the strides, the arms are flowing. It's kind of like a nice pace, and it's kind of going well, and you kind of see everyone kind of, come on, we can do this, go, I see Drews barreling down, knocking people off him with elbows, chucking them like it's not rugby, Drews. It's not.
And he's going uphill.
Yeah, he's going uphill and knocking people down. I'm like, this is not football. Like, this is cross country. And he doesn't care. He's just like, I'm going to beat you all. I don't care if I got to, hit you inside. I'm going to go.
Rubbin's racing, right?
Yeah. And sure enough, you guys, what was it? 4 days ago, we weren't cross country family. Drews gets in the car today. He's like, hey, Mom, we can buy all kinds of swag with cross-country stuff all over it. Can I get the shorts? Can I get the shirt? Can I get the sweatshirt? He's like, I'm a cross-country kid now.
And Chrissy, you made friends and ran a nice pace.
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Yeah, and
No, I was
enjoyed
proud
it.
of Chrissy because typically in the past, she wouldn't be the first one to say, I'll go for a run or anything like that. But she worked really hard today, of course, she met some friends, but she got in the car afterwards. She's like, it was really cool, Mom. She's like, I met some friends, but, I didn't wait for them. They were kind of lagging behind and just kind of chatting. And I thought to myself, if I'm here, I'm going to give it my best. And she did this morning. And it was kind of after a morning we were, maybe some other parents can relate, rushing out, thinking we had more time than we did, all that kind of stuff that goes on with the first practice, right? And here we are. Chrissy said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do well at this. And it's a little stretching, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, after I was running, I was like, I can't believe my mom does this 3 miles every other day. I'm like, I did 1.25 miles and I'm exhausted.
I know. I told the kids, great, now you can start running with me. 3 to 5 miles tomorrow. They're like, yeah, we're just going to listen to the coach.
Now,
So-
if you'll race Drew somewhere, he'll do it.
All right, Drewsy, we're up together, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and Drew's with his motor, of course, he does this whole race and wins today, and then he gets home and I'm going to go up and play basketball. And he's like, "Can I go?" I'm like, "Sure thing." So he's out there playing basketball now.
I know. I think parents can relate. When you have a boy that's on the move, he just doesn't slow down until his head hits the pillow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's like it's such a good lesson that we teach, and we mentioned last time, but that it's that your best is enough, but your best is required. And there's different levels of applying this. Your first day of cross country ever, you're nervous. You don't even know what your best really is necessarily, right, Chris? Mm-hmm. And so, but I was proud of you, like Mom said, and I love hearing about this. The first I've heard about this, that when even though you were making friends and having fun, you weren't giving your best by hanging with them. So you decided, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna push myself. Now, you guys, anytime you've ever challenged yourself versus kind of halfway done something, have you always felt better?
Oh yeah, challenging yourself feels so much better more than just slacking in it, because you can do better. Like,
right, because another family rule that we have in here is that however you do one thing is how you do everything, mm-hmm. right? And so if you're lazy in sports, you'll probably be lazy in school. If you are lacking character in an event because you're trying to win, you'll probably lack character in your family life, right? It's how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, and I think one thing too, maybe some parents are out there and you're like, oh my gosh, they have their kids in all these sports. How do they get anything done? Like, we have stuff we got to accomplish or stuff that we have goals on. Some of us have things happening in our life where sports just isn't the priority right now in our family. And I just want to tell you, we get that. We've been there too. Taking on sports with your kids is no small thing. I mean, we have been looking at calendars and chasing our calendars and like just really asking ourselves, can we put this in our schedule right now? And if we can, we can. And if we can't, it's going to have to be okay because we have a bigger purpose in what we're trying to accomplish. And by saying that, I want to just tell you, like, of course, the girls wanted to go out for golf, and that was kind of in line with a sport that they've enjoyed and what they've wanted to do. But one of the things that we had to be kind of in big communication with and in agreement with was, cross country wasn't necessarily a sport that we were planning on doing. Mm-hmm. It wasn't anything our kids have ever said, hey, I want to do that kind of sport. Please put me in anything you can to make me move forward in that sport. And so when it came up, it was more like, Drew kind of wants to do something. I think we can fit it in. Let's double check before we commit though. Because if we can't, it doesn't really line up. He wants to play basketball in the winter. You know what I mean? So if it works, that'd be awesome. But if it doesn't, it's going to be cool, mm-hmm. And so once you and I kind of looked it all over and we were like, it will fit. It's not that big of a commitment. It's middle school. We can handle this. Chrissy didn't necessarily want to sign up for it. Not so much because she's not just a runner, but she really wanted to do some other sport that she was excited about when you went to athlete night at mm-hmm. first. Right. I mean, she genuinely wanted to. And when we looked at our calendar, we were really honest. She
thought about doing cheer, right? But then when you look at cheer, it wasn't just an hour and a half practice every night. That wouldn't have been a problem. It's you have an expectation to be at every single game. And then it turned into like 2 other nights a week with other games, and who knows how long they last. And it just doesn't work for our busy schedule right now.
But having an honest conversation about that, first Greg and I had to come to the agreement that we really don't know how it's going to fit right now with everything else we're trying to accomplish as a family, in business, in our community at church, with what we're trying to accomplish with our friends, what our goals are right now. Adding another thing on our plate that took several hours away from doing something else just wasn't going to be smart on our part. Mm-hmm. So after him and I agreed on this, we then had to bring it to Chrissy. And I say that because when we brought it to Chrissy, what was your response when we kind of explained everything and reminded you of what our goals are as a family?
Well, of course, I could have been a little disappointed, but I was like, well, there's more opportunities. Like, there's not just going to be one sport I'm going to be able to do. I was cool with it because I know we're going places. I know we got goals, and I was completely fine with not doing it. Because then, cross country opened up, and I got to do it with Drews. And we haven't really done a sport just us two before, so I was really excited to do it with him. And overall, I'm kind of glad I did it instead of cheer because I can get at somebody who I always know, and it just works out really well.
Yeah. Right, and I think that's kind of the moral of it is that sometimes we have to say, no, this isn't going to work because we have so much going on. And parents, that's okay.
Right.
It's really okay. Because as much as we think we're disappointing our kid, I mean, even listening to Chrissy, we didn't prep anything. She's just sitting here being interviewed with the questions we're bringing forward. I mean, she truly is like, I understand. I understand what our family's doing. I understand the goals we have. And I understand that hanging out with my brother and doing something cool with him is even better than doing something else, And I just think it's a real insight for all of us parents. We're not letting our family down if we have to say no to a sport for our kids in middle school, high school, whatever it may be.
Allie, last question. Come here real quick. If we could somehow get you into cross country right now, do you think you could beat your brother?
Yes.
Maybe we can get you a fake ID. Says you're a year older.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. And we have great news. You get more of us. You can expect new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So be sure to consistently tune in with us and enjoy our show. See you next time.